Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves is honestly a really great movie. I wasn't expecting it, but it was a welcome surprise. The film stars Chris Pine, Michelle Rodriguez, Justice Smith, and Sophia Lillis. The film was also directed by Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daly, the same team behind Game Night, and they also wrote Spider-Man: Homecoming. The plot is relatively simple. A group of people must join together in order to be a major bad guy and save the day through a series of quests. I'm keeping it very vague. To be honest, I think you should honestly go out and see this movie. Its ambitions are perfectly in place. It's not there to be an overly serious emotional action drama. It's there to be a fun comedy. Because, let's be real here, D&D is a really goofy game. It has always been a goofy game. So to keep it in a comedic and light-spirited tone is honestly a perfect match for D&D. It doesn't hurt that the entire cast does a very good job here, from Chris Pine being the centered main character that kind of puts it all together, to Michelle Rodriguez being the badass that she normally is, to Hugh Grant being the obvious over-the-top villain. Each member of the cast has their own scene to shine, and especially Sophia Lillis, as her character has some of the best action scenes in the entire movie. Speaking of which, when the movie is so focused on comedy, you kind of expect the action to be either boring or just kind of generic, but this movie actually does a lot of very fun, inventive action sequences. It's clear that this movie wasn't a 100% cash grab, which is good because this movie needed to not be a cash grab. In order for a movie like this to succeed with a brand that's not entirely trusted by the modern audience, you need to make a movie that's worth going out to see. Of course, there is problems, as you would expect. The drama in the film isn't very compelling, and sure, it's not bad, it's not offensive in any way, but coming off an action finale which was so funny I couldn't even stop laughing for a couple minutes, to an emotional climax, I don't think it works particularly well. But I don't think that's going to be for everyone. I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to enjoy the emotions of this movie and what it's trying to go for. In total, I definitely think I would recommend Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves to both D&D fans and non-fans. At its core, it's something that's immensely satisfying to both, and it's an extremely entertaining action comedy.
The bridge is protected by an ancient trap. We must not trigger the mechanism.
I may have